Sweetie pie, are you irate? What's going on? Are you filled with rage? Do you want to talk about it, sweetie? Sometimes it helps to talk about these things, you know? What's going on, sweetie pie? She might be upset about the state of science funding in this country. Right now, there's an emergency excavation going on in St. George, Utah, at a really, really important fossil site. So at the St. George Dinosaur Discovery Site, there's an incredible assemblage of different kinds of fossils. Trace fossils, like footprints of dinosaurs, swim traces of dinosaurs swimming in an ancient lake, resting traces of dinosaurs sitting down on the banks of this lake on the shore, and then there's traces of all kinds of other organisms living their lives there too. Bones of dinosaurs, bones of fishes, whole skeletons of fishes, the remains of all kinds of ancient invertebrates. So things like crustaceans, things like mollusks. It's this wonderful snapshot of what this environment looked like about 200 million years ago.
It's quite the story. It's complex too.
I love that you say that it is unique. I want to really emphasize that idea to everybody watching, that this is a truly important site. And the fact that it's there within St. George city limits is pretty darn special. I'm wondering if you could talk a little bit about kind of the benefits to the town of St. George of having the site there.
How many towns have a major paleo site in the middle of town?
In the middle of it, that's nuts. Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
you know, Jim brings up, and I agree. I've been there. La Brea Tar Pits is spectacular, and it's such a fantastic, you know, thing to have, and it brings in millions and millions of people.
I'm talking with paleontologist Andrew Milner, who runs the Dinosaur Discovery Site in St. George, Utah at Johnson Farm. We're talking about this right now because this is kind of, well, this is urgent, to be frank. There's an emergency excavation that Andrew and his crew have just started a couple days ago, and I'm hopefully going to be out there in a couple weeks to help out with this too, but we really need help with this. We need funds, we need volunteers, we need support. And so that's what I'm doing, is trying to get the word out about this as best I can. And we're talking about why the site is so scientifically important and what we can do to help. The problem is, one important part of this site is going to be destroyed soon. There's a construction project that's slated to begin. The city of St. George is building a power substation, like an electrical substation, on site. And so they're going to be bulldozing part of this, destroying I don't know how many fossils, and then making the site inaccessible because it's going to have a power station built over it. So the thing is, we need to get in there and excavate as many fossils as we can, record as much data as we can, try and glean as much scientific information as we can before the site gets destroyed. So this is something that's going on right now. It just started a couple days ago. It looks like we need to be done before the beginning of May. That's what it looks like right now, before the bulldozers roll in. If you're as concerned about this as I am, there are things that you can do to help. If you happen to live anywhere near St. George, Utah, they could really use your help in person. If you've ever wanted to work at an important fossil site, they desperately need volunteers right now. So St. George is right here in the southwest corner of Utah. It's practically in Arizona, practically in Nevada. If you live anywhere near here, even the Bay Area like I do, if you happen to have the wherewithal and you've always wanted to work at an important fossil site, they really need volunteers. If you don't have the wherewithal to actually go there, there's other ways that you can help. You can volunteer or you can donate. I posted the links right here. There you go. If you'd like to help contribute some funds to this, it would go a long way. It really, really would. Every dollar counts for this kind of thing. Venmo link is right here. So anyway, how much would be ideal? I mean, we're looking to get, I don't know, $5,000 or $10,000 or something total. That would make our lives so much easier. But every little bit leading up to that helps. We've got an Amazon wish list right here. Just shared it in the chat for you. Here are supplies that they need right now. These will be shipped directly to the museum, as I understand it. Things like plaster bandages for being able to jacket important fossil specimens. Chisels, picks, hammers, mallets, scratch-alls, rock hammers. They're going to be adding some more items here too, but these are the highest priority right now at the moment. You can help them by purchasing them. I want to highlight this comment. Speaking to says, in an example to local leadership to the community, Quinn Allgood and Connor Atkin, the owners of Tag and Go Car Wash, wanted to be the first local businesses to make a handsome donation to this effort. We're super grateful for their Keep It Local and their Look Good, Feel Good campaign. Thank you for saying that. And it could be so frustrating when a really important project like this, you know, they're working with basically a budget of $0. So when folks from the local business community decide to make a contribution and set a good example, really got to point to that and say thank you very much for doing this. So thank you very, very much to Tag and Go Car Wash